this is where I left off. You know, let's be honest, I didn't really make any of this. This was just the default starter kit, whatever you want to call it. I don't like this gun being here, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. But what I will do is try and modify the character somehow. First person here. Alright. I think it's time for me to finally get started. I think I learned as much as I could learn in the shortest amount of time possible. Shout out to Gorky. The last video only got like 5 views, which, you know, I don't know what I was expecting. It's my first video basically ever. But, you know, for those 5 views, it got 1 like. And it's probably like 1 person reviewing, like looking at the video over and over, but you know, that's fine. It did get 1 like, and to whoever liked that, you know, you want to subscribe, because you'll be my first subscriber, you know, you'll have that bragging right. But in all honesty, just seeing the views and likes alone, even if it is just 1 like and 5 views, it makes me want to keep going, because it lets me know that people are actually seeing it. You know, the algorithm doesn't, you know, entirely hate me. And I think I'm just gonna have, I guess, like a light or something. Is there a light? Oh yeah, a spotlight would be perfect. But yeah, seeing like the fact that the video is actually getting out to people, it's really cool. You know, people are clicking on it for like 1 minute and then clicking off, but you know, as long as they click on it, you know, that's still engagement. They still see me for that 1 minute, so they'll know I exist at the bare minimum. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a left mouse button. Oh, yeah, mouse button. Yeah. All right, getting somewhere. So when this is pressed, I want to. Can I? Oh, I can. I forgot. I'm gonna have this be not visible at first. It's weird because now that I've watched so many of Gorka's videos, every time I'm about to do something, I always hear his voice. Like in my head, I always hear his voice and speak with an accent on everything I do. Like, it's like I'm having one of his videos play in my head. So it's like, then you take the spotlight, then you drag off of it. Then what we want to do is we want to set visibility. So stuff like that. I always hear his voice in my head now. I can't get rid of it. Alright, and new visibility is going to be yes. And then maybe I'll have a bool or something here that'll tell it if the flashlight is already on, then we want to disable it, set it to be not visible. Flashlight, yes. And if flashlight yes is true, then it's going to go there, it's going to turn it on. But then after it turns it on, it's going to be false. So, that's it. Alright, little baby steps. This is all going to be about a flashlight, so do that. So to recap, I applied a spotlight component, and now whenever the person presses the left mouse button, it's going to either be true and it's going to set the visibility to be true, since it starts off by being false, and then it's going to have this boolean be false. And if I press it again and the boolean's false, it's going to go here and turn the visibility off, because it will be on. And then I'm going to set this to be true down here, because now you can flash your light. But if you're up here, you can't flash it twice, because then that'll just be a problem. I hope that makes sense. I mean, all the time whenever I test this stuff, it goes wrong, so let's just see. Ooh, yeah. That's the light right there. So, we want... I guess I've been hearing a lot about Blender. Maybe a Blender is a good way to start. Blender tutorial. What? Why is there a channel popping up? Subscribe for tutorials, open. Okay. That's kind of creepy. Why is he looking at me like that? Alright. So, 4.0? I only have 3.4 installed. What? Why is he looking like that on every single video? Oh, it's not every single video. Okay. Well, hopefully 3.4 matches with 4.0 features, hopefully. Why am I? Oh my god, there's so many donuts. By the end of these tutorials, I'm gonna be a pre-diabetic.
These little controls here, if I want to change the density of things later on. Did a good job there. But now we're gonna make it look even better.
Sorry. Something I'm realizing is that this is literally how everyone starts learning game development. They all go directly to YouTube and they all find Blender. It's always Blender and it's always Unity. And then it's always Unreal Engine. Well, it's beginning to be Unreal Engine. It's very interesting to think about because it feels like just a few years ago people were doing like courses and like you had to pay in order to really learn about this stuff, but now it's just all on the internet. Alright, so I followed the tutorial all the way through, and I think my donut is complete. Are you guys ready? Listen, it might blow your mind, because I like experimented a lot, and I think I did a lot better than I thought I would, to be honest. Alright, as soon as I close this OBS tab, I know you're in the Matrix right now, but as soon as I close it, you'll see. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
All my niggas ballin' like Curry. Your bitch makes that bitch like a McFlurry. Damn, my chains icy, I'm looking furry. Hey. Your bitch, yeah, she purty. Nigga, hurry. I promise you I'll pop you like I'm Curry. Yo, boy, your diamond's blurry.
I don't know how to render animation, so I just did it with the camera.
2 hours later.
I think the first flashlight is done. I don't know how many flashlights are going to be in game. I guess it depends on whatever number I land on. But this will be the first one. I just got to figure out how I'm going to get it into the game. But first, let me do a little show off already. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Alright, so what I did was I went ahead and put on a static mesh onto my first person character. And now that that's on there, I also attached the flashlight mesh right here onto it. So now, as you can see, we now have a flashlight. Like, look, you see that light right there? That's the light that I'm trying to protrude from my face, and it's getting blocked out by the flashlight. Hey, get out of my way. Yes, sir. Hey. Listen, this could be a good game concept. Send these cubes flying, boy. Yeah. You thought I forgot about you? Where's my money at, bro? Where's my money at? Give my money. After doing some resizing, the flashlight is now somewhat, I guess, usable. It actually looks like you're using it now. And now that that's out of the way, we can now begin working on some other stuff, such as either other flashlights or just making some enemies or something. I don't know how enemies would work in a game about a flashlight, but we'll figure it out. I guess the only thing I could really think of is the idea that the enemies get hurt by light. And even though that might be a bit cliche, I'm not too sure, it could work. And for this game, it has to work because it's about a flashlight. What else is a flashlight gonna do? Alright, so after a little bit of extra tweaking, the flashlight is now looking like a flashlight. Okay, but the problem that I'm having now is that it's a bit too bright, and look at that, there's like a random shadow there. That might be because of the flashlight. The flashlight's in the light's way, so I have to move the light as well. So after moving the flashlight and the spotlight itself again, and completely destroying the sun, we now have a darker playing field, as well as a working flashlight that doesn't have a random shadow. Look at that. This is a lot more progress than I thought I was going to make today. Yeah, it's looking like a horror game now. You walk through the darkness and all you see is I need this to happen. All I wanted to do was just, try and make games and make people happy. And I